everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about summer no spice books. Okay, the first book I'm going to start off is with, ooh, wow, you just can't see that at all, huh? It is 10 Words to Live by Jen Wilkin. This is delighting in and doing what God commands. I feel like this is about focusing on a relationship with God rather than religion, and finding delight in his commandments rather than seeing them as something that is more of a restriction. That's what I believe this is about, and this has been sitting on my shelf for a while now, and so this is my nonfiction read for the summer. I also have a nonfiction read on my June TBR. If you watch my June TBR video, then you already know. I basically make videos like this so you guys know that there is a plethora of no spice books to read out there. You don't have to read spice, especially as a Christian girly and you're feeling called to not read any spice. You don't have to. There's so many. One thing about, I know this is like a little tangent or whatever. You can skip it if you want, but I swear I'm about to say something good. There are so many no spice authors out there, and it's so important that we continue to support people writing no spice, because if we don't, then there's only going to be spice on the shelves. So yeah, I just wanted to say that little announcement. And if my channel is anything, I hope it's a place where you can come and get good no spice reads, Christian reads, and just have fun and laugh, maybe. You know, that's what my channel is for. That's what I want it to be, and hopefully I am accomplishing that. So the first book I have is The Secret Life of Sarah Hollenbach. My boyfriend actually bought me this book not too long ago. I believe this is about a woman named Sarah, and she just became a Christian, and she actually used to write steamy romance novels, and now she's transitioning from writing steamy romance novels to writing no spice, because she wants to obviously honor God with her writing. And I think we're just watching her story of doing that, and that literally intrigued me so much, because I'm like, that feels like a very close to home almost. I mean, I didn't write steamy books, but I read steamy books, so it's like, and I'm very curious to see how this story is just gonna overall, yeah. All the books, the first books I'm reading right now, they're all by Christian authors. And then the next book I have is The Light on Halsey Street by Vanessa Miller. And I'm really curious to read more of Vanessa Miller's books. I have taken the stupid sticker off. I have What We Found in Hallelujah. I still need to finish it. But this one also intrigues me, and it just kind of looks like summer, even though I'm pretty sure the story, it says two girls' lives are irrevocably intertwined. I didn't even know. Let me figure out how to say this word. Irrevocably. Okay. Two girls' lives are irrevocably intertwined the summer of 1985 in the streets of Brooklyn, New York. And neither will be the same in this coming-of-age story that spans decades. Ooh. This is set in the summer. It's about two women. It looks like it spans over 15 years. And like I said, I just really want to read more of Vanessa Miller, because we need to support Black authors, especially Christian Black authors. So, yeah. Then we have Under the Magnolias by T.I. Lowe. This is another book. I picked this book up for summer because Magnolias. Isn't Magnolias something that is summery? And I mean, look at the cover. My boyfriend also got me. This is the second one my boyfriend got me. I have no idea what this book is about, but let's find out. So reading the back of this, I really want to make sure you guys look up trigger warnings, because literally the first line, it says, Austin Foster is barely a teenager when her mama dies, giving birth to twins. So I really hope you guys look up all the trigger warnings for these books, because like I said before, I haven't read all of these. So if you have certain triggers for certain things, if what I just read triggers you, then this might not be something you want to pick up. But it says, T.I. Lowe's gritty yet tender and uplifting tale reminds us that a great story can break your heart, then heal it in the possible way. I think that's the best type of book that can break my heart and heal it in the same book. You know, I don't read books that only break my heart. You can break my heart, but as long as you freaking heal it, okay? The body of the book, don't be playing around. So I think this is just about Austin and a farm and magnolias and...
Good job, Kylie. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
There are consequences for loving a boy like Vance Cumberland, but there's also freedom in the truth. Oh, I don't want to read any more of this because it sounds really interesting. Without a Clue by Melissa Ferguson. This, I'm pretty sure, is set on a cruise ship, so nothing screams summer more than a cruise ship. And this is, in a world of mystery and love, sometimes you have to risk going overboard to find the truth. Penelope has one superpower, keeping her cool, and which is essential when you're the personal assistant to a renowned mystery author, Hugh Griffin. But when Pip organizes a luxury book cruise featuring the Fabulous Seven, a glittering cast of 7 best-selling authors known for both their brilliance and their drama, her trademark composure starts slipping. One boat, 7 ingos, hundreds of fans. What could possibly go wrong? And that's all I'm gonna read. You know, I don't know. I'm a big fan of not reading everything on the back of the book, but just getting like the gist of things. 7 authors, 2 flirty friends, 1 chance to solve a murder. I love when authors just put like a tagline like that. That can make me pick it up. That's what I'm talking about. Then we have An Overdue Match by Sarah Monson. This has been kind of like all over my Instagram. Like, if I had to pick a book that's I've seen on Instagram, recommended on Instagram, it's probably this one. I'm pretty sure it's about a librarian and like a tattoo artist, and they made like a deal, I'm pretty sure, and basically like they learn like about what it says. The deal is made, but in the process they both might learn you can't judge a book or each other by the cover. I actually talked about this book in a vlog when I bought it, but this also seems very interesting. It's by a Christian author. This is Christian romance, I'm pretty sure. All these books are by Christian authors, but I know for sure this one is an actual Christian romance. Melissa Ferguson, I think she's a Christian who writes in... I can't say because I've never read Melissa Ferguson, so I'm actually not going to comment on it. So... And then we have The Thing About Home by Rhonda McKnight. This is probably one of my most highly anticipated reads of the summer. It's not new or anything, but I just really wanted to pick up a Rhonda McKnight book. And I read the back of the synopsis again before I started this video, and I'm like, I need to read this book like ASAP. It says, home is not a place, it's a feeling. Casey Black needs an escape when her picture-perfect vow renewal ceremony ends in her being left at the altar. The former model turned social media influencer has new fame, the kind she never wanted. That already intrigued me right there. That already intrigues me. And then Casey gets in a situation and she gets this, 300-acre farm, and she has to spend her days caring for the land, her nights cooking much needed southern comfort foods. She also meets Nigel, the handsome farm manager, and she finds her great-grandmother's journal, and she just goes on this journey. This is giving contemporary romance with, like, you know, contemporary romance is like they go on like that personal journey, but there's also like that sprinkle of romance in there. And she's a Christian, and I don't know, like I said, I've never read one of her books, so I can't really comment on it. So all right, and then the second half of books I have, ooh, that's heavy. These are popular no spice romance authors that I have heard are no spice but give you all the yearning in the field and all the good things. And we're gonna start this off with probably, I'm very excited to read her books, and it is Annabelle Monaghan. I hope I'm saying her name right. And the 2 books I have are Nora Goes Off Script and It's a Love Story. I could really see myself devouring these books. They seem really small and very easy to read, which is why like I have a lot of these books, but it's just like when it comes to romance, I can read a romance book so fast because it's just easy pacing to me, if that makes sense. Like I'm like very like used to it. I love how the back of this book says this is dopamine in book form. That's actually crazy. It's a love story. It's about Jane Jackson spent her adolescence as poor Janie Jakes, the barbecue sauce in her braces punchline on America's fifth favorite sitcom. Now she's trying to be taken seriously as a Hollywood studio executive by embracing a new mantra: fake it till you make it. Except she might have faked it too far. Desperate to get her first project greenlit and riled up by pompous cinematographer and one-time crush Dan Finnegan, she claimed that she could get mega pop star Jack Quinlan to write a song for the movie. Jake may have been her first kiss and greatest source of shame, but she hasn't spoken to him in 20 years. It's giving second chance. And then we have Nora Goes Off Script. Romance channel screenwriter Nora Hamilton knows the formula for love better than anyone, but when her too good to work husband leaves her and their 2 kids, Nora turns her marriage's collapse into the best script of her life when it's picked up for the big screen and set to film at her home with the former sexiest man alive, Leo Vance, cast as her ex-husband. Nora's life will never be the same. Oh wow, that's crazy. That's a crazy book concept. That's all I'm gonna read. But like I said, I have never read a book by hers before. I've heard she's no spice. I've heard there's nothing crazy, but obviously I'll be able to tell you guys for sure after I read them. But if you guys want to read them together, we can read them together. Then we have Meet Me Under the Lights by Cassie Miller. And I actually got this book randomly in Target after I looked it up and I saw that it was clean romance. The font in this is very big and I'm pretty sure this is like YA. And it says, this summer, they're swinging for the fences. Eliza Crowley is known to all the princess... Eliza Crowley is known to all as the Princess of Fairfield, a farm town in North Carolina that loves 2 things, tradition and baseball. Although Eliza loves the game, her life goal is to become a lighting designer on Broadway, shaking off her reputation as the rich girl. This summer, she's focused on her town's community theater production and nothing will stand in her way. That is until Reed Fulton, the grandson of a struggling Fairfield farmer and ace pitcher of the Fulton Hawks, returns to town. It's always about some coming back to town. Somebody always comes back, somebody returns home, and it's just like a shot, like what happens when they see each other again. It's probably one of my favorite tropes, I'm not gonna lie. I sit here and I'm acting like I'm complaining about it, but that is such a trope that I love, when somebody just like, they've been off somewhere and then they come back home, or like childhood friends to lovers is one of my favorite tropes, and then like one of them leaves and they come back and they see each other again. It's just like, I love second chance because it really does emphasize like if you're meant to be with somebody, you're gonna be with them, and then like all you need is just a second chance. And second chances, you know, are real because people, like, we're humans. Like, The Neighbor Favor by Christina Forrest. And I've read a couple Christina Forrest books, actually. I have 2 right here, actually. And this is one that's like adult, I think. I've read her YA ones, but I've never read her adult ones. So I'm really excited to read her adult ones. And I have a vlog in mind for this book that I hope you guys are really excited for. I'm not going to tell you about it, but it's really exciting. It says, a shy bookworm enlists her charming neighbor to help her score a date, not knowing he's the obscure author she's been corresponding with in this sparkling and heart-fluttering romance by Christina Forrest. So it's giving fake dating trope slash neighbor romance. I don't know what that trope is. And we love FMC, who is also a bookworm, because like we immediately relate to them. Like I feel like that's such a cheat code when you're writing a book to get your readers to relate to the book. Just make them a bookworm, like, because obviously we're all reading books here, so let's just, yes. And And then I have, oh my gosh, I don't know how to say this still. I didn't know how to say it earlier, but I'm just gonna say the cul-de-sac. The cul-de-sac. Cul-de-sac. And to me, nothing really gives more summer than love and prank war. I think prank wars just remind me of like summer, like people like playing outside and just like being fun, having fun and pranking each other. And this one literally says on the back, all's fair in love and prank wars. So, and like I said, That Fine Line by Sydney Steele, still one of my favorite books. I think about that book like sometimes, like how I know a book is 5-star. I think about it like just randomly at times, and I think I'm like it's like you're almost waiting to get that feeling from a book again that you had in that book, and I'm kind of hoping that for this book. I need to get a physical copy of That Fine Line by Sydney Steele so I can like be recommending that book for real. But this one's about Bree and Chip, and Bree Leak doesn't want to be tied down. She had more jobs than she can count, and she plans to move as soon as the curtains fall on her less than minor stage role at the Barter, the oldest live performance theater in the U.S. But just when it's time to move on again, Bree's parents make her an offer. Hold steady for a full year, and they will give her the one thing she's always wanted, her grandmother's house. Her dreams are coming true until life at the theater throws her some curveballs. And then there's Chip McBride, her handsome and infuriating next door neighbor. I love these tropes. It's just so interesting, you know? It's just so interesting. And yes, I'm only reading half of the synopsis because I don't want to read it anymore. That's all I need to know. And then last, but certainly not least, we have the queen herself, Miss Catherine Center. I have not read a Catherine Center book, and I really feel as though, sometimes you just get that feeling, Catherine Center, I just feel like she's gonna be one of them ones for me. Because you have them authors that are like one of them ones for you. Right now for me, it's like Courtney Walsh and Francine Rivers and Cindy Steele. Those are like, and like Anna Conwell. Those are like my one of the ones. Like I don't really read books by them that I don't like. Most of them are like 4.5, 5 stars. And I really do feel like Catherine Center might be one of the ones for me. It's just a feeling. I have the rom-commers by her, and I have the love haters over there on my June TBR. But actually, let me read the back of this, because actually I've never actually read the back of this. I kind of just like picked it up because I was like, I need to read a Catherine Center book. He wrote a romantic comedy screenplay, and it's terrible. She just got hired to fix it. Let the banter begin. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's all I need to know. I don't need to read the back of the book. Like, literally all I need to know is he wrote a romantic comedy, and it was terrible, and she's getting hired to fix it. Let the banter begin. Like, obviously, that's all I need to know. I don't need to know anything else. Like, I really don't. I lied. I have read a Catherine Center book. It was The Bodyguard. I know when I said that out loud, I was like, wait, I have read a Catherine Center book. And I feel like I said it in another video too. It's just, I read this book on my Kindle, and sometimes I separate my Kindle and my physical books, and like, it just like, I don't know. Honestly, I almost forgot about this book because it was kind of like in a different area, because it's not romance. This is fiction, even though it's giving kind of thriller as well. Let me take this Target thing off because you don't need to know that I got it from Target. When a teenager vanishes from her summer camp, two worlds collide. Early morning, August 1975, a camp counselor discovers an empty bunk. Its occupant, Barbara Van Laar, has gone missing. Barbara isn't just any 13-year-old. She's the daughter of the family that owns the summer camp and employs most of the region's residents. And this isn't the first time a Van Laar child has disappeared. Barbara's older brother similarly vanished 14 years ago, never to be found. As a panic search begins, a thrilling drama unfolds, chasing down the layered secrets of the Van Laar family and the blue-collar community working in its shadows. Moore's multi-threaded story invites readers into a rich and gripping dynasty of secrets and second chances. It is Liz Moore's most ambitious and wide-reaching novel yet. I've never read Liz Moore. I've never read a book like this ever, but Dorinda read it and she loved it, and this is interesting. It's intriguing to me. So, and I mean, like the woods is giving summer, right? friends. I think that is low-key all the books, the physical books I want to read this summer. There are a lot of books also on my Kindle. I could read my Kindle Unlimited subscription. There are a lot of options on there as well, but these are probably priority. I want to read books like physically in my hand, but sometimes it is very convenient for me to read on my phone. But you know, you'll find that out in my wrap-ups, what I actually read every month. I like to have books that I'm reading for vlogs, and I like to have books I'm reading for just me, so I don't always have to feel like someone's like watching me like read or like, you know. But that's what the wrap-ups are for. The wrap-ups are for us to catch up on what I've been reading. But I hope you got a summer rec from this video. What's your summer reading list? What are you reading this summer? What do you want to read this summer? Or are we on the same page? Can we buddy read? Can we buddy read some books together? Yeah. Thank you guys so much for being here. If this is your first time here, comment a star emoji if this is your first time here, and comment a yellow heart emoji if you're already subscribed and you've been here already. Shout out to you. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video. So yeah, I love you guys very, very much. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! There's nowhere to hide since you pushed my love aside. I'm the only one who like holds my breath when I'm like taking my thumbnail. I don't know why I do that crap.